card making and crafty friends. It's Jackie Ball-Hayes from Clumpin' Stampers. It's the first Thursday of the month. And if you've been following me for a while, for like 3-4 years now, you know that on the first Thursday of the month, I've always shared a template. We did Funfold templates and then we did card templates. Well, as we start the new year for the cycle of what I've been doing for all these years, changing it up a little bit. And I think you're going to like the change. I'm super excited. Don't worry, we're still sharing a card template today, but I've got an exciting announcement to share with you too. So I'm so excited. I'm going to flip the camera down because I'd rather show you than just talk. So hang on, let's flip the camera down. Let me share what I have to share with you, and we're going to make a card template. Hang on a sec. So here's my excitement. We finally put together the last 12 months of card making templates into a book. I know you guys love the books. This is the third one now that I've had, and kind of tweaked it a little bit I always like to try to make sure it's more and more useful. And what I did, we have a total of 48 card templates in here, and each one has 2 samples. It gives you the template, or a sketch as some of you like to call them. It gives you the measurements for it, and then it gives you the cards inside and outside, and a list of all the supplies and cutting directions to make these exact ones. Now remember, templates truly are designed to use with any stamps, paper, and ink. So don't get hung up on the samples that are shared here in the book. It is more designed to give you kind of a bouncing point as to how the sketch can be used. Because if you're at all like me and that's all you see, my brain doesn't work very good. I need to see it in action. And so that's what we've done. And most of the samples, because there's 2 for each template, there's 1 vertical and 1 horizontal, because again, those sketches can be turned anyway. Now we get back here and there is, I think it's 9 or 12. I can't remember the exact number. Yeah, it might be 40, might be 18 of them. I don't know. Some of these you've never seen before, that are ones that were not included in the monthly first Thursday of the month template classes that I did. So there's some brand new ones in here. This is an absolutely amazing, wonderful card making resource. I know I use my other books all the time, and I'm sure I'm going to use this one all the time. Now, I'm sure you're asking, how can you get it? Well, there will be a link to purchase it in the video description, as well as a link to a blog post that goes with today's template. Now, like I said, we're changing things up a little bit. I am going to, on the first Thursday of the month, always do a template for you, new, different, not in any of the books. So we'll put that one together so that you can create right along with me. I'll give you all the measurements and make your template. Don't forget to write your measurements on it so that when you go to use it, you know what it is. But here's the little change. I'm only going to do 1 each month, and I will share 2 or 3 or who knows, 4 or 5 different card samples. And I'll make one of them and show you some more ideas just to show you the value of these templates and how they work with any stamps, paper, and ink. So it's all about helping you and setting you up to be successful in your card making. So let's make this month's. We're going to start with our 8.5 by 5.5. Well, technically 4 1/4, 5.5. I always make them on just a quarter sheet instead of having it so that it opens. And then, oh, we don't want to glue these down yet. And then I have a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5 and 5 strips, 3 of one color and 2 of another. Now you could change this up. They could all be different or whatever. And these are, they're about 5.5 inches long, but they're a 1/4 inch wide. You just want to make sure they're long enough that when placed at an angle, they'll stretch and come off the edge there. Okay. So we're going to start with one of them, and we'll put some adhesive on here. I make sure I don't go all the way out to the edge because that edge isn't going to be. And then we're going to just place it on here. I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be a perfect spot. I just want to come down a little ways there. But the first one gives me my angle. And then I found that for the next one, it's actually easier to put a little bit of adhesive right next to it. Take your next one and then slide it right up tight to that one. Whoop. That's why I like that liquid adhesive, because I can slide it. So there's that one, and then I put 5. Now these strips absolutely could be designer series paper. I think one of the samples I'm going to share with you is designer series paper. So it could be designer series paper. It could be embossed cardstock. Oh, see there, I put it on here. You can put it on the strip or put it on the card base. And then one more. So once we do that, then we're just gonna, you can take either your paper trimmer or a scissors, and you're going to just cut off what's left on the edges there, what's hanging off. So we'll just take our scissors here, and you can just go right along that edge and trim all of these off. On that side, oop, I had a little glue on there. Great, good way to sticky up my scissors. I'll have to get the glue gun out and clean them. Okay, so there is my layer. Okay, it can go either way, this way, that way. Remember, templates you can turn, okay, so don't get too stuck on the way I put it together here. And then we're gonna put it onto a coordinating piece of cardstock, and that one is 4 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, 4 7/8, 5 1/8. Pretty standard measurements for a lot of my cards here for these 2 layers. And then we'll stick that onto our card. And then all we need to do next is just add a focal layer to this. And for my focal layer, this just happens to be a 2.5 inch circle. And I like to use circles for focal layers on my templates, but always remember this could be a square, a rectangle, an oval, a label shape, the arch dies, whatever works for you. But there's your general template. Now, once again, write your measurements on the back of it. I have a whole shoebox now of templates that I've been making over the last couple of years. And when I go to create cards, I just flip through them and I find one that I want to use. So every month we will add one on the first Thursday of the month to our collection. Now, I promised you I would also make a card. Well, I'm going to partially make a card because I want to share some tips with you. So for this card, I am using a brand new stamp set. Well, I say brand new, it came out last month, but October, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I thought it would be perfect to use this month in October. Also, this is Stampin' Up's stamp set that they give back on. Once a year, they have a special stamp set or product that for every one sold, they will donate $3 to a worthy cause. And this one, because it does focus on breast cancer or any cancer for that matter, they will be donating $3 on every one purchased by customers or demonstrators to cancer-worthy causes. So I'm super excited about that. Plus, I absolutely love the stamp set. Now, for this one, notice I'm using a Stylish Shapes dies here because it fits this flower perfectly. Well, half flower, half sentiment. So let me go run this through the Stampin' Emboss machine and I'll be right back. So here we go. Just love this image so much. And then I already did this one. I embossed It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And I embossed this by stamping in Versamark ink and adding white powder. If you do not know how to heat emboss, leave us a comment and we'll drop you a link to a video. We've showed it in several different videos. And then before I show you the final project, I wanted to bring in some rhinestones here. These are my favorite embellishments because they're so versatile and really go with everything. But did you know you can color them? I have my Melon Mambo Stampin' Blend. Okay, this has to be done with a Stampin' Blend. And I use the wide end and you can just color them. So you can make them any color to coordinate with your project. So we've got the pink rhinestones, and then let me bring in my card. You can see here how I use the template. I've got my stripes. I like the gray, black, white, and then just the real big, bold pop of Melon Mambo pink on there. So that shows you how easily it is to use a sketch. Now I have a couple other ones. We'll bring in this one, just a nice fall card. Same thing, you can see there where I used designer series paper that was part of the suite with this. Now, I will have photos of all 3 of these cards as well as the template over on my blog post, and I'll even give you the measurements. So you can make your template. I'll give you the supply list and all the details you need for these cards in case you would like to make these as well or purchase any of the products that go with that. Now, just a little chit chat for a second. Remember, I will have information on the book in the blog post as well. But also, with it being a new year, as far as my kind of yearly rotation, like I said, I'm changing things up a little bit. We're doing one template on the first Thursday. But throughout the month, I will also be doing 1 week, I will share an easy technique with you. And 1 week, I will share an easy fun fold with you. So every month you're going to get a template, a technique, and a fun fold. And then here's the best part. I love to give my customers freebies. So I will have a tutorial that's still along with the same series, and I'm working with some friends of mine, and we will be doing Creativity Made Simple. Okay, same name, but the tutorial will always have a template, a technique, and a fun fold, and they will be projects that we are not sharing on video. So more templates, more fun folds, more techniques. You can get that free if you place a $50 order with me this month. Otherwise, it is available for purchase as well. So if you're into quick and easy stamping and you like inspiration, make sure you check out all the details on that tutorial, as well as the Bundle of the Month class that we also have. This month's Bundle of the Month class is actually using Love and Courage. So many ideas that we have to share with you for this. Whew, that was a lot. Make sure you check out the blog post and the links down in the video description. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you've been inspired. I hope those of you that like making templates like the new template for this month, and I can't wait to see what you make with it. So thanks for watching, friends. We'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.